Syrian refugees are returning to Syria, just not from Germany. From Germany, that's not possible. Since the cessation of hostilities from Turkey, 550,000 Syrian refugees have returned to Syria, so 550,000 from Lebanon, 320,000 from Jordan, 152,000 Syrians, and from Egypt and Iraq, tens of thousands of Syrians back to Syria. Only from Germany it doesn't work. Our Foreign Minister Weidel has explained that it's not possible at all. And the CDU tells us entirely that Syrian refugees cannot be deported. It's only possible from all other countries. From Germany it doesn't work. They are neither capable nor willing. Quite the opposite. Germany has a net immigration of Syrians into our country. Just this year, once again 20,000, who are then also handed the German passport. And this, even though our asylum law clearly states that asylum is only granted temporarily. And when the reason for fleeing no longer exists, people must return. And the applicable law is simply not enforced in Germany. The civil war has long been over. Assad has been history for a year. The Sharia regime is generously supported by the German federal government with German tax money, and Syrian refugees in Germany are going on vacation in Syria en masse. So that is possible, but they cannot be deported. And Syrians are also generously and massively supported with German tax money through citizens' income. We have a total of 508,000 Syrian citizens on citizens' income who are also massively supported by health insurance funds, all to the detriment of, at the expense of the contributors. And as we also know from the police crime statistics, Syrians are among the population groups, along with Afghans and Iraqis, that have the highest crime rates, especially in violent crimes such as murder, severe acts of violence and rape. New phenomena place Syrians together with Iraqis and Afghans at the top of our crime statistics. But this German federal government under CDU leadership does not want to deport the Syrians. They are not being returned, as all other countries do. And we, as the AfD, consider this absolutely negligent and irresponsible for the German taxpayer, for the internal security in our country. That is why we say very clearly, the protection status of all Syrian refugees must be revoked because the reason for fleeing no longer exists. These people must return to their homeland. If they do not leave voluntarily, then they must be deported by force, because that is what deportation means. And furthermore, it is the case that the issuance of visas for family reunification must be halted, and the naturalization of Syrian citizens must be immediately stopped. And I promise you, if the AfD is in government responsibility, then we will impose a moratorium on all naturalizations of Syrian citizens and subject them to a strict review to determine to what extent this has been legally carried out. And we will decide whether it might not be better to return these people to their homeland, because they are needed there. Since, as we noticed back in 2015, we received exclusively rocket scientists and dentists who are highly qualified, who have an academic degree, who have professional qualifications. We received these people as a gift, and they are absolutely needed by the Sharia regime in Syria. Therefore, we must do this country, not only this one, but also Syria, the Sharia regime, a big favor and return these people who can contribute to the reconstruction. Thank you very much.